than another 20-year-old dude that's just gonna run down on her cheeks and is just gonna treat her like crap and not be able to emotionally handle his own emotions, let alone hers. Yeah, no, it's more detrimental to her health to find somebody around her own age than somebody that, like me, knows what he wants, is willing to sacrifice for her, is willing to make her life easy.
Why is someone so young? Extremely young.
Because, like I said, women that are above 25 have a higher body count, have more experience, they're damaged by life.
You do realize men
they have a lot of resentment for the people around them. Their femininity is lost. And yeah,
an 18-year-old's femininity is just as lost as well. She's so new to the world.
No, it's not.
I'm telling you this as a 19-year-old.
You're 19, woman. Right? You're 19 years old, right? So you're telling me...
Just one second, hold on. But you say, but women above 25, they have such a high body count. You do realize that you men are also the ones that are impacting the high body count. I'm saying this as a virgin, by the way. I haven't lost my virginity.
Oh, that's awesome. Keep it till you find the one and marry him, make him put a ring on it, and then give it up. But like I say, women like you that have their V card, you can choose whatever you want. Like, I can't tell you nothing. Like, honestly, you could say, hey, I want somebody with no bodies. That's your option because you have your V card. You can make that option. But as soon as you lose that, your options go out the door.
100%. That's why I'm keeping it. That's why I'm keeping it.
Good, smart.
But I want to ask you a question. You're saying you're 19. You're telling me if a hot billionaire guy came up to you and wanted to take you on a normal date for coffee, you would tell him no?
Listen, I'm not saying anything. Look, I'm saying the actual 18-year-old, an 18-year-old woman with a 30-plus-year-old guy is just weird. I feel like anything above 19 is reasonable.
But would you date a 31-year-old billionaire who just wanted to go out for coffee? Would you do that or not?
Listen, I would, but even besides being a billionaire,
okay, so it's not creepy. So it's not creepy then, right?
If an older man, 30, okay, he's attractive, he has life to him, he's not like a weak creepo.
So the money is the money that's the differentiator or the hotness?
No, the money doesn't differentiate anything.
Always, bro.
It doesn't.
Come on, we live in reality here, okay?
Can I ask a really small question? If the legal age changed from 18 to 15, would that
I'm not going to play that game. I'm not going to play that game, and you can't say those numbers on here. I could bring you back up, but you can't say those numbers or else I get booted. So if you're going to use a minor number, you got to say 51 backwards, right?
I'll ask that question. Is 51 backwards, was the actual legal age? Would you men go for it?
No, I wouldn't. I told you I don't even really go for 18. And I usually go for 20, 21.
But here's the thing is, are you saying as a 19-year-old woman you should not be able to drive or drink or choose who you date or something like that?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying I feel like personally the legal age should be 19. Shouldn't be 18 at all. 19.
Right, but are you as a woman incapable of making decisions that are rational for yourself?
I am capable, but at the same time, my frontal lobe hasn't developed, and I'm still maturing and still going
So you're saying that you are capable, but you're not capable at the same time?
I am capable. I'm not but I'm obviously more naive. That's true.
You're naive.
Oh, wait, hold on. Stop right there.
I'm definitely more naive than more older girls. 25. What do you mean?
Wait. Perfect. I'm glad you said that. So wait, you're saying that you do have a, for lack of a better term, disability, right? Is that what you're saying?
What? No.
Yeah, that's exactly what you're saying. You're saying that your frontal lobe's not fully developed, so you shouldn't be able to date till you're 25. You shouldn't be able to go vote.
No, I'm trying to say that going for hold on. What I'm trying to say is that obviously I have a mind, I have logic to myself, but at the same time I am more naive than an older, more mature woman.
So naive to what? Naive to
manipulation, naive to lying.
Well, you still have your V card, right? And you plan on keeping that till you're married. So what would make you naive to you?
No, because I have morals.
Okay,
some people don't have morals, some people don't.
Why are we judging right and wrong by legality? What are we talking about here? Legality doesn't determine right or wrong because there's been.
Hold on, bro. Hold on. We're gonna get past her. We got to go up and down the list. Honestly, we'll play this. You guys pick one. I'm gonna pick you guys. You're gonna go up right here to SVS. And you can pick one you want to talk about or something that bothers you the most, and then we can talk about it.
I'll pick two. Number
I'll,
two.
I'll just say
Hold on,
really,
brother.
I'll just say really briefly, like I generally agree with like your guidelines. I think that like, look, everybody is different, but like there has to be some standard, right? And I think the standards you put on the screen, like they're not a bad standard. Now, look, here's the thing: is like, is the reality that people are suffering and that we, that with the way things are, yes, are would people suffer under these guidelines? Yes, but in general, it would be a mark of health for society if these general guidelines were kind of like seen as a normal thing and people kind of revolved around that, right? Now, the way that we're doing things right now is totally out of whack. So something has to give, right? So like, where do we go? Do we go like women shouldn't have kids till they're 40 because maybe they're not mature enough, or 50 or 100, or like, where do you draw the line, right?
We already know that we can't keep up with the population, right? And what's happening is all these women are saying, hey, I'm going to have kids and get married at 30.
Well, and look, then we have endless immigration with people who have different cultures. And look, I'm not saying it in a racial way, but it's like at some point, it's like, do we just replace everybody because they don't want to have kids? And then people just slowly change. And then they say, well, this is colonization or this is capitalism or whatever. It's like you're creating a problem. Then you're complaining about the results of like not having a normal family and settling down and like having a normal marriage and like living a normal human life, right? Like people can live differently to some degree, but at some point, do you want to die in a rest home with no kids and some cats maybe or something? I mean, you know what I mean? Like nobody wants to live their life that way.
What's wrong
Hold on.
with
Hey,
women not
SV,
choosing to have
you
children?
said, hey, hold on. Hey, come back up, SV. You said the DIE word. You can't say that word. You got to say unalive, bro.
Hi, Toad.
Come back up, though.
How are you?
Hey, hello, brother. So I think FVS,
Yeah.
I think we agree on pretty much everything. I think just maybe little differences here and there with, hey, thank you, 3%er. Thank you, big dog.
Yeah, well, the main thing
You
is
guys can
I
send
just-
heart means, that'd be nice, too.
I just want to cross-examine
Anyways.
some of these women, later after everybody answers, because I think that, like, I understand where they're coming from, but, like, I think that they're being disingenuous to our position.
I agree. So, yeah, let's go to Dev or Deems. What's up, Deems?
Yeah, hi. I don't really let me say it like this. I really do think saying that women should get married is very invasive, because why would people live up to your standards while they're living their own life and probably won't marry you? Or probably
So you're
won't.
playing semantics right now. Just answer the question, and then like we could play that. But yeah,
feminist.
yeah, exactly. You should. I don't
Yeah.
like the way that sounds.
Obviously.
Like, bro, just answer the question.
Obviously.
Less women should go to college. Yes or no? Start a
No.
family. Yes or no?
No,
No.
I think
So you think that 50% of women, the statistic shows that go to college don't use their degree. You should up that number. We should up it to like 80%. More
Why?
people go to college.
Do you want
Less people use their
control?
degree. No, I'm just saying, like, because you go to the
Are
college
women
experience.
without kids happier?
Yeah, they actually are.
I think
No, they're
women
not.
without
No,
men.
they're not. There's actually
Women are on
studies showing
psych
which
meds.
show that they're
Studies
not happy.
shows, but I'm telling you right now, having a full child, having to sacrifice your own life, your own body, your own mental
Exactly.
state for a
You
child
wouldn't know.
is
You don't have a
so
child.
selfish to herself.
Yeah.
The system, this whole
Hey, you're a V card holder telling
She's a
I'm a
liar.
V card
She
holder,
doesn't hold
yeah,
her V
and
card. I
guess
saw
what?
her
I'm not
page.
busting
Who
out a
cares,
child
though?
through my coochie, respectfully. I'm not doing that.
She doesn't have her V
Women-
card, bro. I saw
women
her.
that
Who cares
don't
if you
have-
have your V card? Who cares if
If
you
you
have your
ask, hold on, if
She's popped that thing.
Hold on. Usually women come up here and they all say they're V card holders. You know, all of them.
I have no
they
reason
want-
to lie
don't.
to a bunch of males.
I'm not a
on
V
this
card
panel.
holder. No.
Okay, well, usually V card holders, I've seen some real ones in here, and they don't like dress promiscuously. They don't have these stuff on their page.
But who
They're,
cares
you know,
though?
very-
Who are you
Nor
to
do they
tell them
promote
that?
that
I'm
they're
sorry,
a V
but why
card
would I
holder.
sit down here and lie to a bunch of strangers that I don't know?
You
Like,
definitely would
seriously.
lie.
Anyways, just continue forward. I think we answered every single question. I was on Deems, so respectfully, we'll get back to you. Deems?
Yeah, I think women should get educated and should get a good job before they even start to think about kids. Because having kids is a choice. And I think with the men these days, you can see that having kids is decreasing because of the men in the society and because women want to get their education and get a good job so they can provide for themselves, which is actually really good. I think that's really good. I think there's nothing wrong with that.
Horrible.
Yeah, because you want control, right? You want control. You want to be
Has
the
nothing to do with
man in a
control.
relationship.
That has to do with this. If a woman comes out with $50,000 in debt and she's a PE teacher, and now she wants to be a stay-at-home mom, I mean, what was the whole point of going to college and racking up this debt and getting all these bodies at the sorority club?
But
Like, what was
that's
the
your
point
problem,
of
right? You're just insecure.
insecure? What's the definition of
Insecure
insecure?
about worrying about
You're
money.
No. Hold on. What's the
because you just
definition of
want
insecure?
control.
If you want to use a word,
We don't care what insecure means. We all know what insecure means. It's not even about that.
Deems,
look,
Deems, who gets on a need to marry, a man or a woman?
It depends what kind of.
Oh my God! Well,
relationship you have.
then you're questioning why we're not marrying women. There you go.
Wait,
Perfect
2%.
example.
You know,
Can't even answer a simple question.
James,
a
hold on.
lot- you know
What
that a
is the
lot of
definition of insecure?
no one cares about the.
You're not going to answer my question, then you can go back in the box and listen. But yeah, the definition of
Dumb
insecure is lack of confidence. And what would insinuate that I have a lack of confidence with a woman that has a degree in liberal arts and have $50,000 in debt, and she wants me to pay for her bills while she stays at home? What's
Well,
insecure
I feel
about
like a woman going to college, and if she wants to be so independent, she doesn't need to rely on a man for money. She can go do that herself. Respectful. That's what I have to say.
that? Oh, no.
I
You're
don't
sold a
believe
lie.
You're not a virgin.
I believe that